The Own Your Intuitive podcast is for the creatives, spiritual entrepreneurs, and light workers in the world. The shining ones who have been told to dim their light and stop believing in magic. I say screw that. The time to rise is now. To bring your gifts out into the world in a big way, creating a business that feeds your soul and your bank account. You are a magical being with the potential to change the world, one human at a time. The time for you to own your intuitive is now. Hey everybody, welcome to the Own Your Intuitive podcast. I'm doing a special series and I am doing it because my third book just launched, The Blind Leap, Ditch the 9-to-5 for the Business of Your Dreams. And I actually want to do a little convo about each chapter individually over the course of the next few weeks to really help you understand what taking a blind leap is all about, what jumping into the unknown feels like, how to prepare yourself to do it successfully, and any and all other ways to really give you a good framework and groundwork to be looking at your life through a different lens of opportunity, that wherever you are and whatever you are doing, that there is an opportunity to really step into another way of being and connect to something greater and really shift your perception of what your current reality is. But today, I want to kind of give you a framework around the rest of the conversations. So one of the things that happened while I was writing The Blind Leap was you hear authors talk about this, or anyone when they're in their craft. It's like I was typing and things were coming out that I had never thought about before, even considered. And I was just like, oh my gosh, where is this information coming from? But what was really cool about the download that was coming through for The Blind Leap was a way to look at running your business if you're a solo entrepreneur, or if you are working in a small team, or if you're in an MLM. And this is really, you can look at it from the capacity of working in a business with other people as well. But there's a level in which the download was to explain being an entrepreneur or solo businesswoman or man as your physical body being the office in which you run your business. And I was like, dang, that was good. Like, I read it to my husband and he's like, where did this come from? And I'm like, it just came. I don't know where it came from. Because here's the thing. When we are thinking about stepping forward, and there is a level when you're self-employed to be selling your own self as your business. So, really, there's nowhere to hide when we are sitting up and we are, saying, would you buy my service or my product? And people are looking at you as being the representation of the product, right? Or the service. And so there's a level of vulnerability that comes in here, and you're just like, oh my God, if they say no, is it about me? Is it this or is it that? And of course it's not. But when we actually get down to this one perception and this one thought, I think it's going to make the rest of the weeks that I talk about the book really powerful. So thinking about your body as your physical office would then mean that you would be thinking about the exterior of the office as being the landscaping, or when people were driving by, or if they were connecting with you in any way, shape, or form, they would be just kind of glancing over to see how well kept the office is, right? If you had a decaying house or office space and you didn't mow the grass and you didn't take care of cleaning the windows or any of those kinds of things, it logically makes sense that we would say, oh, that place isn't necessarily looking very good. Maybe we could check out another place. So I know I've talked about it in previous episodes where I was reading the E-Myth Revisited, and one of the things really struck me when they were talking about two salesmen. One wore a brown suit and one wore a pinstripe suit. And the man in the pinstripe suit was an exceptional salesman, and the brown, and I'm probably not getting this story straight because I haven't read the book in a while, but the brown guy in the brown suit wasn't a great salesman. And so they did a switch solely of the suits. They put the exceptional salesman in the brown suit and the not great salesman in the pinstripe, just to see what the physical outside appearance of these salesmen would do towards their numbers. And it shifted dramatically. So people started to lean towards working with the bad salesman in the pinstripe suit over the good salesman in the brown suit. Because there is a level, whether we want to admit it or even own up to this part, where people are looking at an exterior of a building or the office space and thinking, is this an office that I would want to go in and do business with? So just a little consideration there in terms of how you are showing up and presenting. Now, if you watch any of my YouTube videos, if you watch me at all, my appearance is solely and completely a true, representation of me. I am addicted to wearing graphic teen novel like pictures. I wear a lot of Star Wars and Harry Potter shirts. Like, I am not saying I am dressing up in fancy clothes, because that is not how I want to be, represented. But I absolutely take care of, my hair and makeup, and I cleanse myself, and I put forth the best vision and version of myself that I possibly can. And in truth, I mean, when I started my business, I was going to be a hippie who didn't do their hair and makeup, and it's evolved. And now, guys, with all honesty, I take great joy. Like, I love it. I was putting dance music on this morning, and I was like, yay, look at me. I'm learning how to do my makeup. I have these little buns in my hair like Princess Leia. Again, I'm a big book nerd. So everything is related back to Star Wars, Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, any kind of sci-fi fantasy that I can live into as me, I will do that. And so like, that's the exterior of your office, which is your physical body as somebody who's self-employed or a solo entrepreneur. So just thinking of that in that terms of your body being your office space. Then we move into the inside of the office. And the inside of the office is what's actually going on in your energy system. And this is a really powerful way to kind of shift how you show up for yourself in your business, because we tend to get distracted in all the things that we need to be doing for our business outside of our physical body. So, it's like, oh my goodness, I need to have deadlines. I want to get on a lot of sales calls. I want to, do this work with my clients. I got to answer all these emails and all these Facebooks, and you're go, 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 go. And none of this has anything to do with keeping the internal office clean. And so I would love for the next few weeks if we could change and shift our thought process to what would it be like if you were thinking about your internal body as the inside of an office space that your clients walked into. How would you show up differently for yourself in terms of your self-care and, doing things? One of the things I do with all my clients is, and it's like they resist it, and you may resist it, and I'm just like, it's the most fascinating thing, but I call them personal policies. And these are things that we need to do every single day to be at our highest vibrational self so that we can be of greater service in the world, right? And so like, these can be whatever it is that brings you joy. These are not to-do lists. These are how do I show up? Because what that is doing, these personal policies, is imagining that you're going in and cleaning your office space so that when people are coming in the day, they're being, guided into a place that is clean and uplifting and high vibing and refreshing and marvelous and wonderful. And that's the type of energy that we would love for our clients to come into. So I'm excited to share kind of like a breakdown of each chapter of The Blind Leap. If you want to get the book and read it ahead of me talking about the chapters, you can totally do that. You can find this on Amazon, Chapters, Barnes & Noble, and you just put my name up in that search bar and you'll see 3 books, but we will be going over The Blind Leap for the next few weeks, which I'm really excited about. This was a very, very powerful book that I downloaded. And if I could get this into the hands of every human on the earth, I would love to do that. So again, really prepping yourself for next week, thinking about your physical body as your office for your business, and the external being, what people see when they're driving by, and the internal body being what people see and feel when they actually walk into doing business with you. So I think this is a fun way to start the intro to the book, and I cannot wait to share and dive deeper into each section and chapter with you. Have an incredible day. If you've been listening to the Own Your Intuitive podcast and you know you are ready to step into your stardust and to shine your light out into this world, but you don't know what your stardust is and you don't know how to bust through your blocks, I would love to jump on a call to find out if the Chakra Business Academy is the perfect place for you to grow into your light worker self, to step into this world as a spiritual entrepreneur, making a difference and making an impact. If you're interested, you can go to tamaraarnold.ca/application and we'll be on a call in no time, and you'll be taking steps into stepping into your stardust and making an impact in the world with the exact purpose that you were put on this earth to do.